The next session of Pump Sesh is April 5th through May 24th, and we are taking it up a notch, bigger and better than ever. It's going to be 8 weeks. You're going to get the classes on Saturday mornings, but we are also going to include some nutrition and habit guidance so that you can optimize what you're doing in these sessions. And we're including some exclusive extra workouts, like little 5 to 10 minute pieces that you can do before or after a class, or like just sub it in at the end of a class instead of the cool down, or maybe there's some skill work, you can just sub this in so you can get as much as possible out of this. And John's going to lead you guys through it. There's going to be a GroupMe chat that you can be a part of as a part of being in Pump Sesh for these 8 weeks, where all the questions that come up, John, what's some of the questions that come up when you think about physique, building muscle, some of the stuff people want to ask questions about?
A lot of questions have to do with how much of a particular macro they need to hit, or like macro percentages, or maybe overall caloric needs that someone might have. I get a lot of those questions. I get a lot of questions about certain supplements and how should I be supplementing, and when should I be using supplements, and how helpful are they. I get a lot of questions about meal timing as well, and how important meal timing is. I feel like that's the majority of the questions are around those three.
Cool. And what are you going to do for these nutrition habits throughout the 8 weeks? Like what is your plan that you're going to take people through there?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it because we've not done it this way before, combined a pump sesh and the nutrition focus points. But every 2 weeks, I'm going to introduce a new behavior for the participants to focus on and to nail down. And on top of that, we're going to use GroupMe as just a forum for discussing what those focus points are, any questions that someone might have around that particular focus point, and or any question at all with regard to nutrition or the optional bodybuilding focused homework activities as well.
Sweet. Who is this program for?
So I'd like to think that this program is for someone who you're the majority of the training that you do, you're coming to the workouts at CrossFit Spring Hill, you're getting 3 to 5 WODs a week, but you enjoy the strength days. So if you're one who really enjoys like a 5x5 squat day, or pull up variations, or even if you're working on, it's not, maybe you can't do a weighted pull up, maybe you can't do a pull up yet, but you're wanting to get stronger. Whether you enjoy the slower strength work, or you're just wanting to reap the benefits of just being a stronger athlete, then this class is for you. We're going to kind of program it like bodybuilding work. So hence the name Pump Sesh. We're going to do a leg day, chest day, shoulder day, glute day, calves, abs. It's going to be fun. And then it's optional, extra bodybuilding work during the week. It's just something for you to get some additional volume in that is going to help you just during this 8 week period. Is it necessary? No, certainly not necessary, but it can help you see some better results.
Yep. Speaking of results, what kind of results can people expect if they do this session, if they go all in, if they do the nutrition habits as well?
That's a great question, because in the past, I've programmed Pump Sesh to be more of a strength piece, right? Where we measured initial squat and press or deadlift strength, and then we measured it at the end. And people have overwhelmingly progressed in the strength. We're not going to do it that way this time, because we're taking, instead of the strength per se, we're using more of a bodybuilding approach. So if someone were to go to all in, and the nutrition focus points, if they were to get those down, and then do all the optional bodybuilding focused work as well, I would expect to see some physique changes. Not drastic. It's only 8 weeks time. We're going April 5th to May 24th, but I would expect to see like certainly some upper body changes. I feel like in workouts in CrossFit, we hit legs pretty well. I think there's probably some upper body pushing, delts, triceps, rear delts, just little problem areas that people may have that they want to bring up in order to look a certain way. And that's all fine goals to have. And so this is just an avenue for us to work on those little goals.
Cool. And it's just fun.
It's fun.
Yep. Awesome. A lot of people can think that, bodybuilding, they hear bodybuilding and they think like extreme bodybuilding and getting bulky and stuff like that. What would you say to someone who is interested, but they're a little hesitant because it's like, I don't know if that's necessarily what I want?
Yeah. So whether someone is new, maybe they don't have a lot of experience bodybuilding or working out in a gym, I think this is a great forum for that individual because one, we're going to move and the movements are going to be strength focused, but they're not going to be complex movements. And so
Mm.
we're not going to be snatching. We're not going to be jerking a bar overhead. Thing is going to be slow, controlled. And so for the newer athlete, it makes a lot of sense if that individual wants to learn how and implement some strength work to their program. But it works great for the experienced athlete as well because if they're doing CrossFit, then this just brings more balance or a more focused approach to their training that they can sprinkle in for a period of time, hopefully reap the benefits, and then get back to their regular training. So it's really for everyone. Anybody can benefit from it.
Yeah, awesome. So there's going to be this nutrition and just habits outside of the gym component to it as well, which that is what you make it. Participants, as much as you want to dig into that, you will benefit from it. There's that classic saying that abs are made in the kitchen. And when it comes to physique in general, that really is true. It's fun to get that pump in the gym, and it's necessary to do the training in the gym. But the nutrition, if you really want to see results, back to our conversation about what results will people see, if you really dialed in your nutrition for 8 weeks, you could see some, like we just did a 4-week program with some people. It was called the Real Food Reset, and it was not physique focused. That was not the goal. It was more about just building healthy habits for life. But we saw some pretty impressive results from that just in 4 weeks, and not weighing and measuring stuff, just more fruits and vegetables, more protein, water, sleep, mindset stuff. And we saw body fat percentages go down by 1-2% just in 4 weeks. We saw people gain 1-2 pounds of muscle just in 4 weeks, which is really impressive, losing fat. So all that to say, if somebody were to really take this to heart and go all in with the nutrition stuff in 8 weeks, you will notice. I'll say that you will notice the way your clothes fit, the way you look in the mirror. But John, what's one simple nutrition or recovery tip that most people overlook when it comes to building muscle and improving physique?
Yeah, I would say focusing on produce and protein. And they look at protein as, well, I got to get this after I eat whatever it is meal that I'm enjoying. The focus of the meal should be produce and protein. So
Yep.
I think if we clean that up, we're going to have outstanding results.
Yep. That's really all we did with this Real Food Reset. And like I just said, people saw some amazing results. I got some testimonials. Can't wait to share that with you guys, but proud of those people. Cool. So last thing, if someone is on the fence about signing up, what would you tell them? And pretend that you're speaking directly to someone at our gym who is a potential participant and they're on the fence. What would you say to get them fired up about it?
Yeah. So I would ask them, what about it? What about it interests you? And where are your hesitations? And then just go through what I just talked about, that really anybody could benefit from this, and anyone, if they truly execute to a high level, they'll see results for sure.
Awesome. Why do you, I still have another question. Why do you think sessions like this are so fun? Because there is just like I just want to come lift heavy with my friends. I want to get that pump. It's a little slower. You kind of relax. You could drink coffee while you do a pump sesh, probably. Maybe I just answered the question for myself.
Yeah.
But what is it about that you love? Let me ask you this, John. What is it that you love about physique focused training and sessions like this?
I love it from a standpoint of, it is, if I execute the physique focused bodybuilding training, then I can see the results of that training in the mirror, the way my clothes fit. It makes me feel good. When I look good, I feel good. And I just like the amount of control that I have when I pull that lever. Hey, I want to work on shoulders, or I want to work on quads. You do it. It's simple. It's slow, but it works over time, and you can see the direct result of what you put into it. And so I think mostly that's what I enjoy about bodybuilding.
Cool. Awesome. And then the last thing I would just throw in is Can you do this alongside just your regular CrossFit? Can I still do CrossFit 5-6 days a week? Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep. It's just this is just a fun thing to add in, to have something different to focus on for 8 weeks. And then you're also going to be empowered with some tools that you could continue, adding in these little pieces of extra work John is going to give you guys just throughout the year. So check it out. The link is live for you to sign up. It is limited spots. Again, it starts April 5th, and we are limiting the size of the class. So make sure you get in there. It has filled up the last several times we've run this, and I think this one's going to fill up as well with this extra stuff added in. So get on that. If you have any questions, email John at crossfitspringhilltn.com. You can ask me as well, but John's definitely the guy to go to if you have specific questions about Pump Sesh Build and Fuel. That's what we're calling it. Pump Sesh Build and Fuel.
Hit me up about it.
Thank you, John, and we'll see you guys in the gym.
All right. Thanks, Joe. See y'all.